Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what time it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Deep in the night, everything seems still as the snow slowly falls on the town of Wareville. But behind it all, there's a plan that could kill. There will be no sock miss if the mayor has his will. With malicious software, but there's a flicker from the hill. They call it Mount Hackett, the home of the glitch. The wares can't stand it, now they treat him like a witch. Just another evil hacker out to gobble up the kids. But behind all the trash and the monitor cliffs, there's a deep, deep cave covered with a floppy disk. Inside of the cave, there's a single gaming chair. It's the throne of the glitch as he hides in his lair. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, and he targets malware. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, yeah, let's target malware.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what time it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Back in the town, preparations begin. Marty May Ware climbs the stage once again. She's the one in charge of the celebration. As she begins to talk, everything just ends. The power turns off and she's looking at her friends. But back in the sock, the alerts start to sound. Mount Hackett's IP has been identified and found. It must be the glitch trying to hit back at the town. McSkidy leaves quick and heads straight for the cave, ready to inflict pain. But Glitch is at the door. He's ready for this moment to tell her he's in a war with the mayor of the town, who is evil to the core. He explains a little more, how his keyboard is a sword, and to even up the score, he really needs our help. Get your black hoodie on and the VM you've been dealt. Together we are strong, saving sockness from the melts.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what time it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright. Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what time it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Deep in the night, everything seems still as the snow slowly falls on the town of Wareville. But behind it all, there's a plan that could kill. There will be no sock miss if the mayor has his will. With malicious software, but there's a flicker from the hill. They call it Mount Hackett, the home of the glitch. The wares can't stand it, now they treat him like a witch. Just another evil hacker out to gobble up the kids. But behind all the trash and the monitor cliffs, there's a deep, deep cave covered with a floppy disk. Inside of the cave, there's a single gaming chair. It's the throne of the glitch as he hides in his lair. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, and he targets malware. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, yeah, let's target malware.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what time it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Back in the town, preparations begin. Marty May Ware climbs the stage once again. She's the one in charge of the celebration. As she begins to talk, everything just ends. The power turns off and she's looking at her friends. But back in the sock, the alerts start to sound. Mount Hackett's IP has been identified and found. It must be the glitch trying to hit back at the town. McSkidy leaves quick and heads straight for the cave, ready to inflict pain. But Glitch is at the door. He's ready for this moment to tell her he's in a war with the mayor of the town, who is evil to the core. He explains a little more, how his keyboard is a sword, and to even up the score, he really needs our help. Get your black hoodie on and the VM you've been dealt. Together we are strong, saving sockness from the melts.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright. Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Deep in the night, everything seems still as the snow slowly falls on the town of Wareville. But behind it all, there's a plan that could kill. There will be no sock miss if the mayor has his will. With malicious software, but there's a flicker from the hill. They call it Mount Hackett, the home of the glitch. The wares can't stand it, now they treat him like a witch. Just another evil hacker out to gobble up the kids. But behind all the trash and the monitor cliffs, there's a deep, deep cave covered with a floppy disk. Inside of the cave, there's a single gaming chair. It's the throne of the glitch as he hides in his lair. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good and he targets malware. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, yeah, let's target malware.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Back in the town, preparations begin. Marty May Ware climbs the stage once again. She's the one in charge of the celebration. As she begins to talk, everything just ends. The power turns off and she's looking at her friends. But back in the sock, the alerts start to sound. Mount Hackett's IP has been identified and found. It must be the glitch trying to hit back at the town. McSkidy leaves quick and heads straight for the cave, ready to inflict pain. But Glitch is at the door. He's ready for this moment to tell her he's in a war with the mayor of the town, who is evil to the core. He explains a little more, how his keyboard is a sword, and to even up the score, he really needs our help. Get your black hoodie on and the VM you've been dealt. Together we are strong, saving sockness from the melts.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright. Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread
night, everything seems still as the snow slowly falls on the town of Wareville. But behind it all, there's a plan that could kill. There will be no sock miss if the mayor has his will. With malicious software, but there's a flicker from the hill. They call it Mount Hackett, the home of the glitch. The wares can't stand it, now they treat him like a witch. Just another evil hacker out to gobble up the kids. But behind all the trash and the monitor clips, there's a deep, deep cave covered with a floppy disk. Inside of the cave, there's a single gaming chair. It's the throne of the glitch as he hides in his lair. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, and he targets malware. He's misunderstood, but he says he doesn't care. Say he's actually good, yeah, let's target malware.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Back in the town, preparations begin. Marty May Ware climbs the stage once again. She's the one in charge of the celebration. As she begins to talk, everything just ends. The power turns off and she's looking at her friends. But back in the sock, the alerts start to sound. Mount Hackett's IP has been identified and found. It must be the glitch trying to hit back at the town. McSkidy leaves quick and heads straight for the cave, ready to inflict pain. But Glitch is at the door. He's ready for this moment to tell her he's in a war with the mayor of the town, who is evil to the core. He explains a little more, how his keyboard is a sword, and to even up the score, he really needs our help. Get your black hoodie on and the VM you've been dealt. Together we are strong, saving sockness from the melts.
Jingle bells in the dead of night. Oh, what fear it is to hide from the things that start with might. Jingle bells in the haunted night. Oh, what dread it is to roam through the darkness filled with fright.
Hello everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Happy Monday. How's everyone doing today? Let's see who we got here. We got Whisper of Snow. And we've basically not... I'm still just about to get posting on the social medias. And I'm gonna hop on to the voice chat here in a minute. Because this is an open invitation to basically anybody who wants to hack all the things. Basically. But how's everyone doing? Hope you all had a good weekend. I wasn't able to do a stream last night. I had some stuff to do. Still got a lot of stuff to do this week. So my voice isn't gonna be very audible after Wednesday, but I'm still planning on doing the advent of cyber streams. With the exception of my first year doing them, I haven't skipped a day since. So, yeah. Anyway, we're already on day 2 of Advent of Cyber. Heck yeah. So if anybody's doing Advent of Cyber, has anyone already completed day 1 yet? Because we were just doing day 1 yesterday. immediately after they released the task. So from the looks of it, day 1 was OPSEC, but day 2 is going to be log analysis. So we're going to be doing plenty of that today. Yeah, you're going to have to catch up. You're totally going to have to catch up. Let me post on X, Blue Sky, and Mastodon. And if you want to shout out on all 3, all you gotta do is basically click the like or repost buttons on your social media platforms, and I will give you a shout out as well. Alright, so go ahead and post on the social medias. There we go. You're only like a day behind, so it's all good. Alright, let me hop into the voice call that will be open to anybody that wants to hack with me. Again, we're doing log analysis. The planet is right. I see you reacting there, Whisper. Alright, we're going into Hecker's Heckin'. If anybody wants to pop into the voice chat and hang out. I need to close some stuff on my streaming PC. May be able to temporarily resolve the tech problems I was dealing with earlier, so that's the good news. Busy working. Heck yeah. You only have like a day of doing this, so you're all good. Alrighty. Yeah, we're 18 minutes into the stream. I need to find a cord for my phone. Alright. Busy. I will say it's been pretty... I mean, sort of busy recently too. That's why I haven't really done much with TryHackMe. But everything should be stable now. Life should be stable at least. Just find my cord now. I really need to charge it. Put that up. Really do. Gonna have to get my... Oh, there's my USB-C cable. Looking for that. But anyway. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. How's everybody's Thanksgiving weekend been? We're gonna... hoping it was good. If you have the holidays at least. Get straight to... There we go. Okay, so, and we've got log analysis that we're doing. That's gonna be the thing we're gonna do today. If anybody wants to follow along, you can. We're just gonna hang out, do all the hacker stuff, all that stuff. That's 5:30. I'd say we want to go ahead and get started with this, or do we want to wait for others? Pop in. Also, here's. Okay. Drink. Did I blame my backpack on my cords again? Alright. So everybody who wants to do it along with me, y'all can. Because we're gonna have a lot of fun doing the hacker stuff together. I know that much. Alright, so this one is day 2. It's one man's false positive is another man's potpourri. So let's go ahead and go right through this. It's the most wonderful time of the year again, and it's also the most stressful day for Wareville's Security Operations Center team. Or SOC for short. I mean, you get it? SOCmas. I think you guys get the reference. Despite the overwhelming alerts generated by the new and noisy rules deployed, Wareville's SOC analysts have been processing them non-stop to ensure the safety of the town. However, the SOC analysts are now burning out of all the workload needed before Christmas. Numerous open cases are still pending. And similar alerts are still firing repeatedly, making them think of the possibility of the false positives out of all this mess. Now, help the awesome Wareville's SOC team analyze these alerts to determine whether the rumor is true that Mayor Malware is instigating chaos within the town. So, in a SOC, or Security Operations Center, events from different devices are sent to the SIEM, which is a single source of truth where all the information and events are aggregated. Certain rules, detection engineering rules, are defined to identify malicious or suspicious activity from these events. If an event or set of events fulfills the condition of a rule, it triggers an alert. A SOC analyst then analyzes the alert to identify if the alert is a true positive or a false positive. An alert is considered a TP, or true positive, if it contains actual malicious activity. On the flip side, if the alert triggers because of an activity that is not actually malicious, it is considered an FP or false positive. This might seem very simple in theory, but practically, separating TPs from FPs can be a tedious job. It can sometimes be very confusing to differentiate between an attacker and a system administrator. Actual depiction of a SOC analyst. Ooh, this looks bad. Oh, how sophisticated. Must be an APT. Must be an APT. Oh, it's just a system administrator. He was getting so excited there. Nope. Can't blue team it. He was looking forward to being blue team. While it is confusing to differentiate between TPs and FPs, it is crucial to get it right. If a TP is falsely classified as an FP, it can lead to a significant impact from a missed cyber attack. If an FP is falsely classified as a TP, precious time will be spent focusing on the FP, which might lead to less focus on an actual attack. How exactly do we ensure that we perform this crucial job effectively? We can use the below pointers to guide us. The SOC has a superpower. When they are unsure whether an activity is performed by a malicious actor or a legitimate user, they can just confirm with the user. This privilege is not available to the attacker. A SOC analyst, on the other hand, can just send an email or call the relevant person to get confirmation of a certain activity. In mature organizations, any changes that might trigger an alert in the SOC often require change requests to be created and approved through the IT change management process. Depending on the process, the SOC team can ask users to share change request details for confirmation. Surely, if it is a legitimate and approved activity, it must have an approved change request. While it might seem like using the SOC superpower makes things super easy, that is not always the case. There are cases which can act as a kryptonite to the SOC superpower. If an organization doesn't have a change request in place, the performed activity was outside of the scope of the change request or was different from that of the approved change request, the activity triggered an alert, such as copying files to a certain location, uploading a file to some website, or a failed login to a system. An insider threat performed an activity that they are not authorized to perform, whether intentionally or unintentionally. a user performed a malicious activity via the social engineering from a threat actor. In such scenarios, it is very important for the SOC analyst to understand the context of the activity and make a call based on their analysis skills and security knowledge. While doing so, the analyst can look at the past behavior of the user or the prevalence of a certain event or artifact throughout the organization or a certain department. For example, if a certain user from the network team is using Wireshark, there is a chance that other users from the same team also use Wireshark. However, Wireshark seen on a machine belonging to someone from HR or finance should rightfully raise some eyebrows. When building the context, the analyst must correlate different events to make a story or a timeline. Correlation entails using the past and future events to recreate a timeline of events. When performing correlation, it is important to note down certain important artifacts that can then be used to connect the dots. These important artifacts include IP addresses, machine names, usernames, hashes, file paths, etc. Correlation requires a lot of hypothesis creation and ensuring that the evidence supports the hypothesis. A hypothesis can be something like the user downloaded malware from a spoofed domain. The evidence to support this can be proxy logs that support the hypothesis that a website was visited. Now, let's say we want to identify whether the malware executed through some vulnerability in an application or a user intentionally executed the malware. To see that, we might look at the parent process of the malware and the command line parameters used to execute the said malware. Ah, them sniffles. So if the parent process is Windows Explorer, we can assume the user executed the malware intentionally, or they might have been tricked into executing it through social engineering, namely phishing, or something like that. But if the parent process is a web browser or a word processor, we can assume that the malware was not intentionally executed, but it was executed because of a vulnerability in said application. Similar to every SOC, the analysts in Wareville SOC need to differentiate TPs from FPs. This becomes especially difficult for them near Christmas when the analysts face alert fatigue. High chances of misclassification of TPs into FPs and vice versa are present in such times. The analysts therefore appreciate any help they could get from us in this crucial time. To make matters worse, the office of the mayor has sent the analysts an alert informing them of multiple encoded PowerShell commands run on the system. Perhaps we can help I can't speak today. Perhaps we can help them with that. So, will we need the attack box today? No. Will we start a VM today? Yes. There's split screen? Nope. Their direct link available? Yes. Are we giving credentials? No. You lie. There are credentials. Alright, so in order to help the analysts, we're going to start the Elastic SIEM attached in the VM. It's going to take about 5 minutes to initialize and for the Elastic login page to appear. Once the web machine is up and running, we can connect to the Elastic SIEM on the browser. You can click the link on it, or you can, if you're connected through the VPN, you can, I would assume you can just copy the IP address and put it in your address bar. Which is what I'm going to do. You know, just to have a direct connection. So I hope everyone's following along okay. Just gonna wait for this to completely load up, but I'll keep reading through this. So once we log in, we can click the menu in the top left corner and go to the Discover tab to see the events. According to the alert sent by the mayor's office, the activity occurred on December 1st, 2024, between 9 o'clock and 9:30 a.m. So we can set this as our time window by clicking the time frame settings in the upper right corner. Note that we need to click the absolute tab and set the exact time frame we want to view. Lastly, click the update button to apply the changes. After updating the settings, we will see 21 events in the mentioned time frame. In the current form, these events don't look very readable, but we can use the fields in the left panel, or whatever you pronounce it, left pane, to add the columns to the results and make them more readable. Hovering on the field name in the left pane will allow adding that field as a column, as shown in this image right here. Since we are looking for events related to PowerShell, we would like to know the following details about the logs. The username where the command was run, we can use .hostname, the .hostname field, as a column for that. The user who performed the activity, we can just add the user.name field as a column for this information. We will add the event.category field to ensure we are looking at the correct event category. To know the actual commands run using PowerShell, we can add the process.command_line field. And finally, to know if the activity is succeeded, we will add the event.outcome field. I had to sneeze right there. Alright, so what's going on with this? Let's sneeze a little bit. So once we have these fields added as columns, we will see the results in a format just like this. So we should have enough time. We probably have given enough time for Elastic to work. So let's go ahead and load into it using the username and password provided to us. Which is bad security, honestly, but it's poor security used as an example. Basically, an open invitation for all of us to look into this. So we need to go in here, discover, go ahead and set the time, absolute, and we want this as our start date, and this as our end, right, start date and time, end date and time. Update. So we need a following field. So host, not host name. Add that. Username. Event not category. Process not command line. And event dot outcome. We want those. Go ahead and hide this. Okay. So it looks like someone read the same encoded PowerShell command on multiple machines. Another thing to note that before each execution of the PowerShell command, we see an authentication attempt or event which was successful right here. This activity is observed individually on each machine, and the time difference between the login and the PowerShell commands look very precise. Best practices dictate that the named accounts are used for any kind of administrator activity so that there is accountability and attribution for each administrative activity performed. The usage of a generic admin account here what was I thinking? Oh yeah. So the generic admin account seems suspicious. On asking, the analyst informed us that this account is used by 2 administrators who were not in the office when this activity was occurring. So, something is definitely not right. Are some of these glitches shenanigans? Is Christmas in danger? We need to find out who ran these commands. So let's also add the source.ip field as a column to find out who ran the PowerShell commands. Oh. We want the source IP field right here. We can see the IP address 10.0.11.11. So since the source.ip field is only available for authentication of events, we can filter out the process events, see if there is a pattern. To do that, we can hover over the event.category field in one of the process events. We will see the option to filter only for this value, the plus sign, or filter out the value, minus sign, as seen below. So let's filter for authentication events by clicking the plus sign beside it to show only those in the results, which we've already seen. Same IP address. As a result, we can see that the output only renders the authentication events. Since the result does not give useful insights, let's remove it for now. We can do this by clicking the X beside the filter. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. since the time frame we previously used was for PowerShell events, and the authentication events might have been coming from before that, we need to expand the search to understand the context and the historical events for this user. Let's see if we have any events from this user from the 29th of November to the 1st of December. Updating the time filter for these days, we should see results like this. So, let's go ahead and do that. Before we do that step, we need to remove the event.category column. And 29th, that's Black Friday. And make this all day. Like the entirety of the days. Like so. A lot of activity going on that particular day. First. So there have been over 6,800 hits in these last 3 days, and we see a spike at the end of the logs. However, that we use the time filter for the day end on the 1st of December, we see no events after the successful PowerShell execution. There may have also been a lot more authentication events in the previous days than on the 1st of December. So to understand the events further, let's filter for our username with service_admin and source IP with 10.0.11.11 to narrow our search. There we go. We still have 5,700 hits on this thing. So, looks like all these events have been coming from the same user and IP address. We need to investigate further. This also does not explain the spike. Let's filter for authentication events first by clicking the plus button beside it. There was some brute forcing there. We need to get event.category. Let's add event.category. Add that. Filter. Okay. Moreover, let's filter out the IP source here. See if we can find the IP address that caused the spike. We can do this by clicking the minus button beside it. Do that. Filter that out. And we see 1,100 hits. We see a different IP address, 10.0.255.1. So after applying filters, the result will look like this. Scrolling down, we see many events for failed logins. We also see that the IP address for the spike, ending in 2.255.1, differs from the one we saw for the events continuously coming in the previous days. The analysts have also previously investigated this and found that a script with expired credentials was causing the issue. However, that script was updated with a fresh set of credentials. Anyhow, this might just be another script. Let's find out. So let's remove the source IP filter so that we can focus on authentication events close to the spike. After applying the new filter, we will see that the failed logins stopped after a while. Like for a while after the successful login from the new IP. There. Right there. Okay. So our suspicions are rising. It seems that someone tried a brute force attack on December 1st, as shown by the filters applied above. The results also showed that they succeeded with the brute force attack because of the successful authentication attempt and quickly ran some PowerShell commands on the affected machines. Once the PowerShell commands were run, we don't see any further login attempts. This looks like a true positive, and there needs to be an escalation so that McSkidy can help us respond to this incident. The alarms have gone off, and McSkidy has been called to help take this incident further. The analysts have briefed McSkidy about the incident. McSkidy observed that nobody had actually looked at what the PowerShell command contained. Since the command was encoded, it needs to be decoded. McSkidy changed the filters with event.category process to take a deeper look at the PowerShell commands. So we need story.
この番組は陽明酒アロマが好きぬ資生堂青春月桂館山崎ナビスコと ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Hmm. Okay. That's the encoded command, which looks like it's base 64. So, we saw the command in the process dot command underscore line field. And McSkidy knows that encoded PowerShell commands are generally base 64 encoded and can be decoded using tools such as CyberChef. This command might contain some sensitive information and therefore must not be submitted to a public portal. McSkidy spins up her own instance of CyberChef locally. McSkidy started by pasting the encoded part of the command in the input panel. In CyberChef. Since it is a base 64 encoded command, McSkidy used two recipes. Named from base 64 and decode text from the left pane. Note that McSkidy configured the decode text recipe to UTF-16LE 1200 since it is encoding used by PowerShell for base 64. We have the command right here.
Been very bad. Thanks for calling. Thanks for calling us. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sharon Resolvin.
The result provided a sigh of relief for McSkidy, who feared that Christmas had been ruined. Someone had to come in and help McSkidy, and the team secured the defenses. But who? McSkidy further analyzed the secret hero and came to a startling revelation. The credentials for the script and the machines that ran the Windows updates were outdated. Someone brute forced the systems and fixed their credentials after successfully logging in. This was evident from the fact that each executed the PowerShell command was preceded by a successful login from the same IP, causing failed logins over the past few days. What's even more startling, it was Glitch who accessed ADM-01 and fixed the credentials after McSkidy confirmed who owned the IP address. This meant that the people of Wareville had misunderstood Glitch, who was just trying to help shore up the defenses. But if Glitch was the one helping with the defenses, who was trying to sabotage it? Was it the mayor who informed the SOC about these suspicious PowerShell commands. Just like alerts aren't always what they seem in a SOC, so was the case here at Wareville with people. As hard as it was to differentiate between a TP and an FP, so was the case between the mayor and Glitch. However, McSkidy can perhaps use evidence-based deduction skills learned in a SOC to make this difference easier for the people of Wareville. Alright, let's go ahead and start with all this. Have a look. Alright, we need everything. $39. Point. 0. Alright, let's put everything in here. Let's filter for value. Alright, there we go. We're done with this room today. Heck yeah. Now, if you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out the Investigating with Elk 101 room. Right here. But the problem is it's a premium room, so you're gonna want VIP, guys. You're gonna want the VIP. So, there's that. Alright. I think we're done with the hacker stuff. At least with this portion of the stream. I don't know if I was gonna do some VR chat stuff with Arson tonight with our little VR chat fam. So Arson, if you're listening, shoot me a DM. I don't know if I'm gonna end stream tonight or if I'm gonna keep it going just a little longer. I am gonna cut off the YouTube portion of the stream though. So it's been about an hour, and normally I don't really stream for an hour, especially on Twitch. I usually do like 2 hours. for streams. But this was quick. This was a quick run through with regards to log analysis. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do some shoutouts, and we're gonna figure out what the plan is for tonight. But I do know I'm gonna turn off the YouTube stream. So we'll be figuring it all out as I'm doing shoutouts. So we'll definitely figure it out. I was gonna do Hollow Cure tonight, but kind of saw the plans come up yesterday, so
I'd buy that for $1.
Hell yeah for the quickie. Lol.
Whisper of Snow, thank you for the 450 bits. Alright, I tell you what, I'm gonna do shoutouts real quick. We're gonna do a little bit of overtime on Twitch, because I don't want to do the media share stuff on, wait, it was 450 bits though, so that's not a $5. Never mind. I was gonna do like a thing then, but Whisper, I really appreciate the 450 biddies. That's much appreciated. So much. I almost did an overtime on Twitch, but I didn't realize it was like I didn't realize my media share stuff. But it's okay. We'll do it next. We'll do it later, I guess. I need to figure out what I'm doing tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and do some shoutouts. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my goodness. No, dodge the media shares. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do the shoutouts real quick. And we're gonna figure out what we're doing real quick. Because this took quicker than I expected. So. Alright, we got Whisper of Snow in the house. What's going on, Whisper of Snow? Let's go ahead and check Twitter. Let's check Mastodon. Let's check Blue Sky. Follow me on all 3 of those platforms because that's where I'm most active. And I don't know where all you people on Blue Sky are coming from. Like, I had like 250 people following me all in such a short amount of time. I don't know where all you people are coming from. Alright, so let's do the shoutouts real quick. I still have a little bit of time to kill. I don't want to waste too much time. On this tutorial stream. We got TryHackMe. What's going on, TryHackMe? We've got Flamey in the house. What's going on, you, Flamey? Let's go over to Blue Sky. Let's see if we have any shoutouts on Blue Sky. And I would do Hack the Box. It's pretty hard. I won't lie. It's kind of hard. But you know, it's fun. I just can't stream a lot of stuff on Hack the Box like I would with TryHackMe. I mean, there's not a lot I can stream with the free account on there. But I have tried TryHackMe. Alright. Yeah, I might be hopping off, getting on VR chat. Alright, let me go ahead and do a raid real quick. We're going to do a raid on Twitch. Now, we're going to put more priority with the raids. Like, if I'm not doing anything else on stream, then I won't have to raid, you know, the Advent of Cyber streamers. But if I'm doing just Advent of Cyber, I would like to primarily raid someone who is doing Advent of Cyber. So, let's see if we can find somebody who is doing just that. We need to raid someone who is doing Advent of Cyber. So, let's see here. Who is live right now? So we are going to raid someone else who's doing Advent of Cyber as a priority. But we need to find who. So I'm going to look for someone on my follower list or follow list. See if I can find anybody who is doing Advent of Cyber on my list. Alright, so I'm not seeing anyone right now who is currently doing Advent of Cyber. I'm still looking. RWX Rob is live, but he's not doing Advent of Cyber right now. Sim Gripping's not doing Advent of Cyber right now, I don't think. What about Tiberius? What's Tiberius doing? Alright, let me see what Tiberius is doing. I need to see if he's doing any Advent of Cyber. If he is, then that's who we're gonna raid. If not, then we're gonna find someone else. These dang ads. It's taken me a while. I want to see if... See what Tiberius is doing. It looks like a machine. It looks like he's doing something. Wait, ending with Ali is at 10,000 followers on Twitch? Wait, when did that happen? I don't think Tiberius is doing Advent of Cyber though. It doesn't look like it. He's doing hacker stuff, but he's not doing Advent of Cyber. But I'm not seeing anyone on my follower list, so let's find a new person who is doing Advent of Cyber. Let's see. Let me see here. Advent of Code, Advent of Code. Everybody's doing Advent of Code. I can't do Advent of Code. I'm too noob at it. I'm too noob right now to do Advent of Code. See here. Not seeing anyone else doing Advent of Cyber. So let me see. I do see one streamer who is doing Advent of Cyber. I've never met this person before, I don't think. So we're gonna go ahead and raid this new streamer. Alraker is doing Advent of Cyber Days 1 and 2. So we're gonna go ahead and raid him. Alright, thank you everybody for tuning in with me tonight. Be back on here tomorrow. I don't know about Wednesday, but I'll be trying my damnedest.
They're trashing the fluid data! They're trashing! Hide the planet! Hide the planet! Shut up and get in the car!
Alright. We're gonna go ahead and raid the... I don't know how to pronounce Alraker. In follower only mode. So we're just gonna drop a follow. I need to unfollow a person though. Because I got too many people. Followed. I need to make some room. But that's who we're gonna raid. So I need to find... Yeah, I need to clean out my follow list, unfortunately. And I hate unfollowing people. Like, for real. I do not like unfollowing people on Twitch. So... But It is what it is. Nothing personal. I just feel bad about it. Alright, let me see. Do this. I mean, I don't know a lot of people, so it's... Yeah. Like, a lot of people were just rating League of Legends, and I'm not really into that game that much. League of Legends... It's not the best community. It's not the right community for me. Believe me, I tried. Alright, so let's follow... Ah, dang it! Okay, he's ending stream. I'm not gonna be able to raid him. Dang it! Right as we finally had a person to raid who's doing Advent of Cyber. Damn it. Somebody do Advent of Cyber so I can raid you. Somebody do Advent of Cyber, like right now. I want to raid you. And don't just do Advent of Code either. I want to raid someone who's doing Advent of Cyber. Come on. Anybody doing it? Anybody doing Advent of Cyber? One guy's doing that's old. Anybody doing Advent of Cyber? Somebody do Advent of Cyber so I can raid you. I'm sad. I'm sad I don't have anyone else doing Advent of Cyber on stream. Okay, fine. We're gonna raid someone who's doing techie stuff. But for real. For real. I wanted to raid someone who's doing Advent of Cyber. I don't care who. I don't care who. It could be anybody. Okay, let's find someone else to raid. It has to be somebody doing techie things, though. Let's see here. Somebody doing techie things. Someone I haven't raided in a while. Somebody I could raid. I just need to make sure. Let's see. However, Tiberius is doing cyber mentoring things. So let's just go ahead and raid him. Go ahead and raid him. Snooze the raid. Snooze the ad break. We're raiding. Alright, thank you everyone for tuning in with me. I will see you all again tomorrow. So, have a good night, guys. Get me out of here. Wait, no, he's ending too. Damn it. Damn it. I can't get a break, can I? I cannot get a break. I can't get a break, guys. Am I gonna have to stay on stream until someone else does Advent of Cyber? Oh my gosh. Which why? Okay. He's rating someone else named what? Malware Tech Blog? I can't get a break, guys. I really cannot get a break. Like, I want to get off. I want to get off the stream. Get me off the stream now. He's on subscription only mode. Why are you rating somebody who's in sub-only mode? Why? Oh man, I'm done. I'm done. Well, my luck, the next person I pick who I'm gonna raid to is probably gonna end up streaming. It's probably gonna end stream too. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? I don't want to be on stream. I want to end stream. I want to get out of here. Get me out of here. Okay, we're gonna make one more. Do one more try at this, and if it's if we luck out with this one, we're just gonna rate someone random. Well, that's it. That's it. Okay. Let me find somebody. Let me find somebody. Game dev. That looks like it's coding. Alright, we're just gonna raid this person. That's fine. They're not doing hacker things. Okay? They're not doing hacker things. I'm sad we haven't found anyone doing hacker things. But it is what it is, so... Unless... Let me look at... Software and game development. Let me look at the rest of this category. We might be saved. We might be saved. We might be saved, but I want to go. I want to go get off of here. I want to get off of here. Okay, it looks mostly developers. No one doing hacker things. Looks like nobody else is doing hacker things on this category. Just developer things. Wait, somebody is doing the OSCP? Wait a minute, what? Somebody's doing OSCP things? That's hacker thing. Okay, screw it. We're gonna go ahead, rate this particular person then. They're doing OSCP things. We're gonna rate them. But they're studying to get their OSCP, so... I mean, hey, I can live with that. I can live with that. Alright, somebody doing studying the OSCP, so... If somebody's studying the OSCP, that's good enough for me. We're gonna rate this person then. Alright. Thanks everyone. I hope. I honestly hope. I honestly hope. Alrighty. You guys. I hope that you have a good day. I hope that you have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. They're not ending stream. I'm trying to make sure I'm not jinxing myself. They're not ending stream. And it looks like I've been in their stream once before, but I might have lurked. Might have been brought there by a raid while I was sleeping. Okay. Try this again. Raid. I will see you tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye.